Today, I want to show you how you can set your iOS smart widget inside of your WeWeb mobile application using the Despia plugin. It's super simple, so let's take a look at that. So first of all, if you don't know that already, you can have smart widgets like those inside of iOS that users can add on the home screen inside of your WeWeb mobile application using Despia. Now, in order to even get to that capability, you simply need to go to the Despia editor. You need to go to targets and you just enable the smart widget, and then you can go to the widget editor. You can give your widget a name, a description, and then you have a server fallback URL. That will be the URL that will serve your SVG image widget in the specifications that we have in our documentation. You can take a look at our documentation on how to set that up on your server. And then you have a refresh rate here of 1 minute as an example, but you can also make it 5 or 10 or whatever you want to do. Really depends on how much you want your server to be called. Now, once you have that set up and you rebuild your application so your widget also has the capability available, you can then set the widget dynamically. So this will be the fallback. This would be the placeholder saying your widget is not configured yet, or, a nice placeholder image. But when the user actually logs into your application, you probably want to set the widget source to be a different endpoint. That could be the same endpoint like your sample one, but with the query parameter of the logged in user ID. So when they go to the widget, you always refresh this endpoint, this file that will then show new analytics, new statistics, new charts in the widget, new data that is relevant to the user, right? You could show their sales number and all of that. Now in this example, I just want to show you how you can set that in WeWeb because it's pretty simple. And we're just going to use a completely different image to set it, just to illustrate that you can set it to be any SVG that you want. So let's go inside of here and let's add a button. And before we add a button, actually, we need to make sure that we have the Despia plugin installed because it requires us to use native functionalities. So if you haven't already, now is a good time to go to the WeWeb Marketplace and install the Despia plugin inside of your existing project or inside of your new project. To verify that you have it installed, go to Assets, Library, click on the book symbol, and then you will see it's saying Despia, and that means you have it installed. If you have not installed it yet, simply go to Marketplace, look for Despia, and download the package. Now that you have the library installed, you will be able to go on Add, and you'll be able to go on Assets. Now, under Assets, we have this native, this Despia native plugin component here. So you take the Despia plugin component, put it on the top of the page, and now we're going to add the button so we can set the widget. So I go back to Basics, I'll put the button on the page, make sure the Despia plugin component is the first element on the page, and now I'm going to go and do set widget, because the Despia widget is actually just an SVG that is loaded in a native widget. So it's kind of like a wrapper for a widget, but it gives you access to the widget directly from WeWeb, which is pretty darn cool. So we can go to this button, we can go to workflows. You probably want to have this workflow happening when the user logs in or when the authentication session was successful, set their user ID, have a dynamic file URL that every time you call it, pulls some of the user data. You can set this up on your backend. It's quite simple with a Cloudflare worker or even natively in Xano if you want to do it NoCode, even in Supabase with the help of their AI. Pretty simple, but it can be any SVG. The cool thing about an SVG is you could call an API endpoint with a query parameter of the user ID that will then take an SVG template, get data from the database, fill in the data that is required, that is interesting for you, and every time you refresh that SVG, the data from the database will be shown. So if the data changes in the database, you will get new data in the SVG. And that's why we have the refresh rate in Despia, so you can update the widget every minute and coming from this remote URL. But in this example, we're just going to set it as an image, like this one here. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to look at execute component action. I will take the Despia plugin component and then I will go set widget no callback. And we can also, when we set the widget, add a dynamic refresh time. So I'm going to do for this one, because it's a static one, we're just going to do like 60 minutes. Every 60 minutes it will refresh it again. Of course you can make this dynamically, such as the endpoint that will serve the SVG file. It could also be a PNG actually. There you go. Beautiful. And now let's take our image file. Beautiful. And let's put this endpoint inside of here, giving us the SVG or the PNG image. Beautiful. Now let's close this and let's deploy the application, publish to WeWeb. Beautiful. Now the nice thing about Despia is now we're setting native functionality that will change how the widget will work, but we don't have to go through the App Store approval process again because Despia and WeWeb support updates over the air, meaning you can make critical changes to your application that also affect native functionalities without having to wait 10 days for Apple or Google to approve them, and it's 100% compliant. So now that we have it published, let's open the application through the widget here, right? And now I can go on set widget. And now if I go back to the home screen, you will see the widget was updated with the new server URL. How cool is that? And that is how you can natively adjust your smart widget for your iOS application using WeWeb in literally just a few minutes. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.